Jake Bailey ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Miami. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Test 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Tua. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy. But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. To throw again on second down. Tua going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop the score.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins, nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchup.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Tua going deep here for Watkins. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. And a throw right sideline is complete.
I need to get my swag right there.
All the way in. Touchdown, New England. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because When he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, Dolphins, nothing. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
58, right over there, right over there. 58, right there.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Come on, D.
Blue striker.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
10 cycle. White.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I know they got the 1st down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Flush to his right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Tua going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Patriots force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
On 1st down, Jones. That's taken in by Callaway. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Patriots 24, Dolphins nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Tua, a final shot before half. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And now here is another interception. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Open man, the tight end Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
And some strong running. Carson, the first down and more. 20! And finally wrestled down at the 11. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. For Chris Carson, I mean, he is a powerfully built back, and using that size and strength there to good advantage as he shakes free of a would-be tackler.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Mayfield. Watkins diving. He's got it. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And the ball is knocked out.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Jones. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident, because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They go back to Carson here on second. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good. Dolphins. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike, 55.
They'll try the left side. Carson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On third down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now Jones on first down. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first and 10, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw once more on second and 10. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Hey, alert!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Nice, sweetheart. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
We own it.
To throw, Mayfield. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Let's go. Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Hey, alert 33.
You think you gonna get this?
Hurry.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I got 1.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Van Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is secured by the Patriots. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing, Jones. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On first down, Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. New England on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult down on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. From just shy of midfield, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play there for the Patriots.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the foot.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. After the sack on first down, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Hey, check.
From the 31, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Patriots are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. Past the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there for the Patriots.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Off the play fake, Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown Patriots. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Here's a diving catch right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Miami, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check, you not a pool. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, a politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her first. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt, you gotta pay my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches, just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow the whole budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put this in it sound like I'm knee deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all they ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going CM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreat.